Why did the chicken cross the road? Well, this young man is no chicken, more a potential hedgehog. Watch the Jag belting up the inside lane. He's got the knack now. The Nick.
Yeah, confirming still Torry Road, the school to our offside.
If he's got a scanner, we'll be off in a minute.
Speed 20.
This is where it goes. There we go.
Yeah, speed picking up, Oxton Way, lights on. Brake action. Got a right, Hazelwood Drive. No lights. Vehicle 3 off. Speed 50, brake action. Still no lights. Speed still 50, brake action. Confirming Hazelwood Drive. Brake action. Hazelwood Drive. Speed 50. Approaching junction, brake action. And it's left, straight ahead, onto the grass. He's doubling back onto Torry Road. We'll take it. Confirming Hazelwood Drive.
Unfortunately, the police car got a puncture and wasn't able to keep up. The thieves grabbed their chance and bailed out. Merck Chase. This stolen Mercedes has been pursued from central Hollywood down to South LA. They've covered 60 miles in less than 40 minutes through heavy traffic. The car was hijacked at gunpoint from a woman shopping in one of Hollywood's most exclusive streets. But they didn't get far before being picked up by a patrol car. But then gold SLs do stand out a bit, even in Hollywood. The thieves were unhurt, but not so the car. Learn a driver. Graham's driving tip, number 46. Now, don't worry if you can't get the hang of a three-point turn. Who's watching anyway? But you should think about familiarizing yourself with a device called the handbrake. Chase and crash. This Texas Highway Patrol car forces the speeding robbery suspects to brake. They lose control and the chase comes to an abrupt end. It was an innocent member of the public who brought this chase to an end. This is a police roadblock set up to stop the van load of armed thieves. Their female hostage manages to escape, although the gunmen wound her in the shoulder. The van breaks through the roadblock in a hail of gunfire. Elderly drivers. It's not only young tearaways who cause chaos on the roads. How often have you been held up by an elderly tearaway who doesn't seem in complete control of the car? This driver lost control and nearly ended up inside somebody's house. Imagine the scene as this elderly driver crashed through a fence, careered across the garden, through the French windows, and into the swimming pool. Statistics for the period 92-93 relating to incidents involving drivers over the age of 60 show 485 fatal accidents, which is about 11% of the total, and 24,500 serious and slight injuries, which is about 8%. In this clip, an elderly lady has just managed to nurse her car onto the garage forecourt before it stops altogether. She goes to the garage owner for help. As they return to the car, another elderly driver pulls off. Incredibly, he doesn't see her, and she has no chance of avoiding him. The accident badly damaged her knee, and she had to have an operation on it. But she is now mended and back driving. But so is the driver who knocked her down. As we drivers get older, our concentration and reaction times may begin to suffer. The debate about retesting elderly drivers is still going on. In the meantime, remember that old age comes to us all. It may take a while for help to come when you've broken down. You might get especially bored if you're on your own. But don't copy this woman who decides to go for a stroll alongside a busy motorway, wandering across the slip road in full view of motorway cameras. Killing time shouldn't be this dangerous. Please, stay near your car. Kamikaze video. This petrolhead thinks he's a racing driver at Brands Hatch. Wrong, he's on a public road, and he's an idiot. Work this out. This man is on his own, on the open road, driving his own car, using his own camcorder, and wondering, how will I get this camcorder out of my forehead? The Outpatient. This character did a runner from the psychiatric unit who were looking after him. He decided to go for a drive, and the Melbourne police decided to try and stop him. But at least he stops for a red light. Well, sort of. Downey Chase. California traffic police have been pursuing this stolen car for over an hour through the streets of Los Angeles. Here, they turn onto Melrose Avenue. The police decide this chase has gone on long enough, and it's time to intervene. Watch as they nudge the rear bumper. The driver does a runner, but doesn't get far, as he's instantly surrounded. Look carefully, and you'll see a police dog dive into the fray. Unfortunately, it'd been a plainclothes detective, not the thief. Rally driver nutter. Police officers noticed this speeding motorist, but had a hard time keeping up with him. He crashed 2 sets of red lights before they pulled him up. he explained that he was late for the start of a rally and gladly surrendered his papers in exchange for permission to carry on to start the race. He promised he wouldn't go faster than 50, i.e. he wouldn't break the speed limit. Within seconds, he seemed to have forgotten his agreement. The police finally caught up with him after the rally. Red light running. Watching drivers' behaviour at one junction over a period of days can show you a lot about our attitudes to traffic signals and other road users. Speed and impatience are the main dangers, so watch out. The 92-93 statistics show that 222 people were killed in accidents at red lights or pelican crossings, and nearly 20,000 people were injured. At least 25% of the accidents were caused by red light jumpers or early starters, but cameras at junctions have reduced the death toll by a fifth. If you're the unlucky one, you might be hit by a lorry doing this. This police car, although a lot easier to spot than most cars, turns right almost 5 seconds after the light has changed. The advanced driving test suggests looking both ways at a junction, even when your light is green. And this is why. If you thought that last car was bad, watch this BMW in the middle of the picture. He goes through 12 seconds after the signal has turned red. And what can we say about this? Luckily, no one was killed or seriously hurt. More trouble at traffic lights. Watch the fire engine closely. Keep a sharp eye on this blue car. You're not going to believe what's about to happen. Oh dear. This survey team were going about their business when, to their amazement, a multiple pile-up took place right under their feet. They moved the camera to capture the aftermath and called for help.
Okay. Do it for one house. Plug out the front, the nearest house.
Chopper chase.
One party, how long's he been gone? 35 seconds. Which way did he leave there? Okay, it's one white male in his 20s, 5'11", has been gone a couple minutes now. Left eastbound on 46 from 4593 Pecos to Credit Union.
A Denver TV news helicopter pilot joins in the chase. Police soon identify the suspect as Philip Hutchinson. Before his escape from a Texas prison, Hutchinson was serving a life sentence for kidnapping and aggravated robbery. With nothing to lose, the 24-year-old ex-Marine will stop for no one who gets in his way.
Channel 4 is monitoring clear apparently. 110, give us location of the vehicle now. We need an ambulance at 48th Avenue.
He loses control and smashes into some trees. From the air, the pilot plays an increasingly crucial role as the police have temporarily lost track of the suspect. The pilot cannot contact the police with his radio as it's on the wrong channel. Frantically searching for another car and hostage, he finds two potential victims, a young mother and her baby. As she accelerates away, the suspect opens fire on the escaping car, just missing the baby. He finds two new victims getting into their truck. The suspect allows the daughter to walk away, but he forces her elderly father to drive. The police drive straight past the truck as the gunman ducks down out of their sight. Fearing for the life of the hostage, the pilot makes a bold decision. As the police close in on him from behind, the helicopter makes a sudden descent directly in front of the truck, blocking its escape. Hutchinson refuses to give up, and when he raises his gun at the officers, he forces their hand. Amazingly, the hostage is unharmed. Ice and snow. These drivers' concentration levels were probably okay, but if they'd been fully on the ball, maybe they would have seen the sign. This incident was captured by a Canadian news crew who happened to be in this Toronto park shooting a news item when the producer spotted this character taking a shortcut right across the park. He smacks into the back of a car waiting at traffic lights before heading off. Minutes later, he loses control and crashes into a shop front. He turned out to be a burglar who had been spotted trying to make his getaway. Driving in icy weather takes a lot of skill and concentration. These guys obviously have neither. A frozen lake is fun for skating and ice hockey, but it's no place for a pickup truck. And it means an unexpected swim for the three guys relaxing in the back. They were just setting off for a fishing trip, but hadn't noticed there'd been a bit of a thaw. Travelling at speed on an icy road can have unpredictable results. That's one lucky driver. Level crossings. This survey camera set up at an unmanned level crossing captured the following incidents. Whoops. Watch the lorry stop correctly at the flashing lights, and then this nutter who must be rushing to catch a train. Count how many cars keep going through this flashing stop signal. There are 9,091 level crossings in Great Britain, and the 92-93 stats show 55 reported accidents with 10 fatalities and 42 people injured. The red lights are flashing here as well. This cyclist doesn't care. The red lights flash. The blue truck stops. The barriers begin to drop. The red car... Oh dear. The van stops, but the white car behind him has other ideas. So not to be outdone, the van driver then decides to follow. Night heat.
Red Sierra, Hotel 660, Kilo Oscar Oscar. Stolen from Monk's Pass, but observations message, a stolen motor vehicle, a Red Sierra, Hotel 660, Kilo Oscar Oscar, just stolen from Monk's Pass, over.
Yes, Lima Tango 1, vehicle just circulated, just gone past us, A41 towards Knoll, the A4141 towards Knoll. Looks like there's two on board. 80 mile down the feet. Braking. Looks like he might try and make Diddington Lane. He's braking. Yeah, it's gone right. Diddington Lane, nearly lost it there, Diddington Lane. Doors open. Get ready to bail out. No, they're still going. Diddington Lane towards Stonebridge.
We're coming towards you from the airfield.
Yes, that's obliged. And again, door open now, still going. Going to the sharp bend, braking hard, braking hard.
Could be a chance to bail out now, they're still going. Get back towards the Kenilworth Road now, the junction. The dual caddies wide, they're braking hard. Might better get him on his speed. He's braking hard, left.
Left.
452 towards Stonebridge Island. We're now at Stonebridge Island. Accelerating away again from us.
We're on the island.
Missed the first exit.
Keep braking right. Going right to...
Past the second.
Left. A45.
Straight on. Taking the third.
Towards Coventry from Stonebridge Island. Accelerating away now. Up to 60 mile an hour. Still making no attempt to stop.
Road near Maxstoke. Line. Offside line of the 45. 104 mile an hour. We're approaching the B4102 now. It's braking hard. It's braking hard. It looks like it's going to go right. Yes? No? Right. Yes, turning right.
B4102 towards Meriden. Birmingham Road. He's braking hard again. Heading for Summers Road. Right.
Summers Road. Round the sharp bend. Accelerating away. Left. Summers Lane. It's been now for them to bail out. Lights off. Doors looking up. Looks like they might be bailing out here.
Keep on in, Frank.
Lights off.
Limit Tango 1, yes, but out to the vehicle, Summers Lane towards the woods. Go.
Okay, I'm on those now. Summers Lane, on foot to Summers Lane.
He's up. There's one gone into woods.
One gone into
the
both
woods.
in bushes. Now one's in the bushes down there.
Yeah.
Okay, down to the left-hand side.
Alpha Oscar 1 to any officers on the ground.
Yeah, Lima Tango 2 receiving, over.
Yeah, Lima Tango 2, they've split up. You've got one behind you and one in front of you in trees. Stand by. Come in close, Frank, on that officer that's going down in front.
Yeah, there's the one.
Alpha Oscar 1 to the officer that's gone on in front of the other officers.
Tango 1, go ahead.
Yeah, come back to the path, all of you.
To your right. Follow the path back towards the vehicles.
Come in close, Frank, so that I can guide him in.
Yeah.
He's 2 yards to your left now. 2 yards to your left. He's in the trees right in front of you.
Tango 1, one in custody, thank you.
Right, one in custody. Now, who can I talk to now? What's that there, Frank? Is that him? No, down. Lima Tango 2 from Alpha Oscar 1.
Lima Tango 2, go ahead.
Back down the tree.
Yeah, we've just picked the other one up. He's running through the trees now, away from you. He's right in front of you now, about 5 feet, in that bush.
Yeah, Lima Tango 2, another one in custody.
Straight.
Kids in cars. In this sequence, we demonstrate that packing children into the back seat of the car, and sometimes even onto the parcel shelf, is never a good idea. This crash test footage graphically shows what can happen to a car's occupants in an accident when they are not securely restrained. Children are always at risk in a car, in the front as well as the back. Kids hate being strapped down, especially on long trips. But as you can see here, there's a very good reason for the law's insistence that everyone in the car is wearing a belt. As this clip shows, holding onto your child doesn't provide sufficient protection. A minibus would surely have been the safest way to take these 12 children on their holiday with their bikes. Car on fire. When you go away somewhere, you always try to take just as much gear as you need, don't you? And you always pack it carefully in the boot of your car, don't you?
Stand back away from the car. Stand back from the car. I'd let it go, mate. Killed a 630. Urgent. Call the horse. Go ahead. 630, we've got a car. Negative.
Good on TMSB for you.
Any more?
Willful damage.
You got an LPG bottle in the engine bay. That's just pathetic.
So what is that?
And oil. Jeez, mate, that is a disaster waiting to happen. You got an LPG bottle stored right next to the battery. You've got camping equipment. You've got a rubber beach ball, and as you've seen, it just catches on fire. Why did you have it all in there, sir? Why did you have all that stored in there?
I was camping, we flew up. We were camping and we didn't have enough room.
Roadblock. An army roadblock was until recently a common sight in South Africa. Not so common, fortunately, was this kind of incident. The coach driver loses control, sideswipes the blue van and heads towards the crowd at the side of the road. At that point, the cameraman displays a perfectly natural sense of self-preservation. The coach driver, having been frog-marched from his vehicle for a friendly chat, ends up being protected by the soldiers from the angry crowd. Domestic chase. The police were called to the scene of a domestic dispute and ended up pursuing this station wagon driver who was wanted for questioning. His road ahead is blocked. He crosses the central reservation and is now driving against the flow of traffic. After a round the castle's chase, the driver ends up back in his own driveway. What you are about to see has caused a storm of controversy in Australia about police conduct. Watch carefully. As he runs towards his house, he turns and lunges at the police with a hunting knife. Strange goings on. This bus is stopping for no one, no matter how hard the guy tries. He is in fact the bus driver. His arm somehow got caught in an inspection panel door. He was lucky his bus was stopped by the bushes. But he legged it quick when he saw the camera recording his embarrassment. Now hold on tight. This car was left at the side of the road with the engine running while the owner ran to the shops. The vibration from the idling motor caused the car's automatic gearbox to slip into reverse, with this bizarre result. And guess what the procedure is in this situation? Easy, isn't it? Pickup boxed in. Police policy in pursuits is generally to hang back and wait for the suspects to crash or run out of petrol. On occasions, they find that members of the public are prepared to get involved. Watch this brilliant maneuver. The black van coming up on the inside lane forces the suspect in the blue pickup to pull over to the hard shoulder, where he is quickly boxed in and forced to stop. Fort Worth.
Okay, if it's easier for you, go ahead and call the streets. I'm trying to keep the flare on in case they bail out.
This night footage from Texas is shot by a thermal imaging camera. White light from the car is the heat being given off.
David.
They think they're being clever, trying to hide from the helicopter under a motorway bridge.
He's up under 287.
But it doesn't work.
Up underneath it. And now he's continuing forward, and he's going to go southbound 287 Service Road.
287 from Maddox Temple.
Might have you going to go back up there and make sure it didn't chunk something out under the bridge. Didn't have time for anybody to get out, I don't believe. Okay, ran straight through the grass. He just fishtailed out now.
Hey, 124 Air 1, what you got?
Pursuit. And he's coming right at you there. Okay, turn right. Next street, turn right. Fourth row, he just hit a tree, flipped over, and the car's on fire.
Northbound.
Start FD, the car's on fire, hasn't seen anybody get out yet.
About 4400 Ellis Ranch. David 10 start, MedStar, FD is on fire.
The Flying Dutchman. The Dutch police came across this nutcase one evening. Their commentary says it all.
Kijk eens. Woe! TV, wat zei je nou? Milieu. Nou, niet uit. We houden hem toch wel bij. Ja, doorgetrokken streep. Heel mooi. Die nuiden met een noodgang overheen. 126 binnen de bebouwde kom. Nou, echt wel. Zo, ach, toen liever. Die vindt die spoor niet, jong. zullen we eens doen? Even, wacht even achteraan blijven zitten. Dat is leuk zo. Ja. Nou, dan roep ik er even een autootje bij. Oh, nee, jongen, wat scheurt die verder overheen? Wat reed hij nou binnen de bebouwde kom? 123? 123 zeker, kijk eens. Hier! Ja, zak! Oh. Nou, Leo, dat gaat goed hier. Dat bedoel ik maar. Oh, die rijdt zo wel vast, geen probleem erin. Ja, dan moeten we er zo maar even naast zetten, links langs de vluchtheuvel. Nou, hij gaat hier de Weverstraat af. Oh, dit is het beste hoor. Hier, rood licht. Oh, we hebben hem wel. Jongen, de lul.
It turned out he was in a hurry to get home. Speeding. This clip was made by the director of the Japanese Ferrari club, who decided to make a video starring himself and his Ferrari F40.
このきついコーナーでもですね、本当に信じられないぐらいですね、ロールが少ないですね。F40 はタイヤをですね、ピレリの P0、それからミシュラン。
The fastest car the traffic police have caught in Britain was reputably doing 153 mph in a BMW, and he was jailed. Watch the kilometers an hour speedometer as he's accelerating from 168 mph to 186 mph to an incredible 199 mile per hour. This video has sold over 10,000 copies before the Japanese traffic cops eventually got to see it. They traced the driver and prosecuted him, using his own video as evidence. High-speed driving is a dangerous business. Your tyre could explode like this car's. Watch out for strangers offering cans of beer. Imagine if our Japanese friend had been faced with this. Or this. The truck driver, travelling too fast and not concentrating, had to make a split-second decision whether to avoid hitting the fast-approaching car or the truck in front. He chose the car. He knew it would do less damage to his lorry and himself. Stolen truck. How the guy who stole this tanker thought he'd get away is anyone's guess. He obviously forgot he was towing a rig on this corner. Smokey and the Bandit.
He's driving signal 19. He's cutting in and out of traffic. He will round the unit. We're doing about, speed's about 90 now.
The Highway Patrol were looking for a way to get this vehicle stopped, so they asked for help.
Bernalillo County Sheriff's Deputy Matthew Marcus to any 18-wheeler that can render any assistance in stopping a vehicle that we're pursuing.
Yeah, which car are you trying to stop there, officer?
Okay, we're attempting to stop the red car. It's in the fast lane. It's coming up on you here pretty quick.
10-4, I got him inside.
Don't ruin your truck or anything. We just want to slow him down. We don't want to wreck your truck or anything like that.
10-4, I got him. Moving over to the left lane now. you get him?
Okay, yeah, he's pulling over all the way to the right. He's slowing down now. Okay, we got him now.
Hello. Glad I could help.
Lorry chase. This sequence was filmed by a member of the public in Hanley, Stoke-on-Trent. A lorry which had been stolen a few days before was spotted by police on the M6. They pursued him into the centre of Hanley. In the course of his 4-hour wrecking spree, he smashed into 10 vehicles, including 3 police cars and a brand new police Jaguar with only 400 miles on the clock. He also injured 5 people. Police chased him in a helicopter, and at one point in a taxi they commandeered when they realised he was out to damage as many police cars as possible.
See him?
Our cameraman gets as close to the action as he dares. The way the lorry is being driven, you can't blame him for staying well back. All efforts to end the chase failed until the lorry finally ran out of fuel near Newcastle. The 23-year-old driver, who threatened police with a knife during the chase, was charged with 15 offences and will be in custody for some time to come. Cop shot at. It began as a routine stop, a car with the headlight out. The trooper approaches the car and begins to talk with the 3 men inside. No one inside has a driver's license, and the trooper gets suspicious. He asks them to open the trunk, and the smell of marijuana fills the air. The passenger, not the driver, gets out of the car. The situation quickly gets critical. He sees the person reaching in his waistband. He shoves him and he tries to get to the darkness as shots are fired at him. The officer fires back and hits the gunman. The gunman shoots again and wounds the officer, who trades shots. But he's a sitting target, caught in his own spotlights. He runs back to his car to radio for help. However, he spots the other gunman in his wing mirror creeping up behind him, and the gunfight begins again. As help is on the way, the gunmen disappear into the night. They are caught 2 days later. The Swan. Britons love animals. That's official. The reaction of drivers when they see this swan on the motorway shows the lengths we'll go to avoid harming an innocent creature. Did you see that? The swan had a peck at the car. This daydreaming driver sees the bird far too late. The swan seems oblivious to the danger and chaos it is causing. but it is possible that it was frightened and confused by the unfamiliar noise and the fast-moving cars and lorries. We speeded up this sequence to highlight the chaos the bird caused. Just as the law arrives, the Swan makes good its escape. How this motorist only gets away with a speeding ticket is amazing.
I gotta work because I can't afford to take the day off. Goddamn. Now just give me the goddamn thing, let me get out of here. I didn't do nothing wrong, and I know I did. Now let me get the out of here. I ain't in no hurry, but I did want to get some kills for my dog. That's just about ready to get the out of here, give me that.
Can I explain it to you, sir, so you'll know what you need to do?
I know what I do. You're ripping me off, and I didn't deserve it because I didn't do nothing wrong. You're probably sitting out parking lot driving right back and forth to get someone in the 40 miles of whatever frig it is. I never saw the sign. I saw it 55, and I was doing 57. That's all I know. Now just give me the goddamn thing, and I'll look at the date. If I'm working, I'll pay the fine because I can't afford to take a day off. And if I'm not working, I'll plead not guilty because I know well I'm not guilty. There. Now, are you a state or local? Looks like you're a state trooper. Get back and pick up some more guys and run up the friggin' deficit on the working man. Just give me the damn thing, let me get out of here.
What I need you to do is sign the X so I can explain this to you.
There ain't no explaining. I got picked up for speeding before. You're guilty and you pay the fine and hope your insurance don't go up. And you try not to speed the next time. And that's what I've been trying to do for 4 or 5 years, and it's worked damn good until I run into you.
Green copy's for your record, sir.
I don't... All right.
White copy needs to be mailed in within 20 days.
Okay.
Make sure you read the...
I can't read, and I put this stuff away. I get bills in the mail all the time. I don't even look at them. $7 glasses here. All right, just tell me what I do. Lincoln Court?
No.
Where?
Read the instructions here. This says you have 20 days to respond to this summons. Read the back of this hard copy. This will explain how you can have a trial if you want one. On the back, that will explain it. Attaches an envelope. See? Put a stamp on that, you mail that in. They'll tell you what to do.
Well, I can afford the stamp.
The fine's right here, sir. It's $137.50.
You're crazy! I get it! You're crazy! My wife took money out of her goddamn account where she's working to pay my insurance so I wouldn't get picked up. You're crazy!
If you don't pick this up, sir, I'm going to summon you for littering.
I'll pick the goddamn... Are you crazy? I wasn't even speeding, you goddamn $100 and some dollars! Jesus Christ!
There's some more right there.
I've never heard of a fine like that in my life, you goddamn